can see some of the statues here. Very cool. Awesome. Walking down Sensoji. The street is famous for all its shops and food and all the things you can buy. Having a quick look before we visit the temple itself. As you can see, extremely busy here in Tokyo. Extremely busy. It's also extremely hot today. I imagine it's tourist paradise here. All the different things you can buy. The vendors must make an absolute killing. A lot of variety. All the different things you're interested in. I imagine there's also a lot of good food, but since I'm the pickiest eater in the world, I will pass. Definitely saw a shop I'm going to pop in later. Looked like there was some cool samurai stuff, which fascinates me. I imagine for some people it would be very overwhelming. Oh, hello. If you like your swords like I do. Got a lot of good options here. Sadly no way of getting it back to England. Oh, hello, a musket sword. Or no, just a musket, okay. That would be silly. 4,600 yen, quite reasonably priced. A lot more muskets. We've got a broadsword as well. A lot of cool katanas. I do own a couple in England, but you have to special order. Shame, because that'd be really cool to buy some.
And at that time Tokyo looked like this. It was called Edo. Edo means the door to the bay, because that's a bay city, and mostly there was a fisherman village and many fishermen living here. Capital was in Kyoto, so here everything was pretty quiet, like this. And next to this place, not far from this place, there is a river called Sumida River now. So two fishermen brothers were fishing in that river, and they caught the statue, Buddhist statue. But they didn't know what it is, because Buddhism wasn't spread that well in Edo at that time. So they just threw it back to the river. Now this process.
Samurai. So depiction of battle.
This is 10th century, and at that time samurai started ruling this land. So Buddhism already was spread pretty well, and donating to the Buddhist temples became something very prestige. So many rich samurais and shogun, they started bringing some donations to Sensoji as the biggest and most famous Buddhist temple of that time. And now news about Bodhisattva Canon miracles started spreading all over Japan. People from different cities started coming here for pilgrimages, and local people also realized that's our time to do something. We have so many tourists. Let's build Nakamisa Street, let's sell souvenirs, let's give some snacks.
Make money.
Make money, of course. Why they are just walking here?
Really like those illustrations, especially the ones with the samurai. We got another one here. Very detailed. Good work. This is the next entrance, next gate. Look at that. Isn't that impressive? We've got another, this on the left. Man, they're big. Right, let's get a closer look so we can see some of the detail of this entrance. We've got more gods, more statues. Craftsmanship. Very good. And to think, this whole thing started just because they found this statue. Crazy, really.
Why?
Next statue. Really cool. And that is the temple itself that we'll be going to soon.
5 elements of universe: earth, water, fire, wind, and void, space. On the 5th floor here there is a small piece of Buddha's bone.
Right, we're getting ready to get close to going into the temple. Apparently first you have to purify yourself. So we have to breathe in the smoke and then wash our hands, and that apparently purifies us. So we can go in pure into the temple. Very interesting. I feel healed already. Let's have a quick look over here. Some of this awesome, should we call it art? Fantastic. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that that symbol is not the symbol that I think it is, and that I mean, I highly doubt it, so it's obviously a very similar one. Oh, the hustle and bustle of Tokyo. Obviously, inside it all looks pretty cool with the main temple. That is also a Buddhist temple, we found out. Unfortunately, you can't go in unless you work there, but we can admire it from outside. Obviously, the gates to the temple itself, very good. And now we're going over, get ready to wash our hands to purify. Dragons.
So we go outside of the waterfall and put it on our left hand, right hand, inside, spit it out, and wash handle, and leave it to the next person. Dragons, and he has dragon on top of him too. So dragons here live in the rivers, and they are gods of water, so they can bring rain. And when you have everything.
We are now entering the temple. Wow. Wow, look at all the artwork on the ceilings. All the dragon, which we just learned apparently supposedly live in the rivers and help. They're sort of like protectors with water to protect from all the fires that Tokyo and Japan seem to have terrible luck on having over the years, so they asked for protection. Look in there and see the shrines. Very cool. Very spiritual. People are, apparently you put the money in and you ask for healing or wealth or help. Modern day wishing well. Well, not modern. Very old. The detail, it's very cool. It's just funny to think that thousands of years ago, you know, people walked where you walked and did what you did and stuff like that. It's very interesting. You know, apparently, the original was built 1,600 years ago, something like that. Like I say, the artwork is definitely fantastic. I like the style. Over here, apparently, you can buy amulets or some kind, souvenirs to commemorate your time in Sensoji at the temple. Very cool shrine. Lovely detail and craftsmanship. Yeah, some symbols of gods. Apparently they're dogs. Another shrine. All the symbols and statues they worship to. Again, more awesome statues. Japanese gardens, boy. But it's really cool waterfall. Traditional, old-fashioned Japanese shops. Apparently down the other street, I just walked down, I didn't record, but you can get whale and eat whale if you like. All very retro tourism. Smart work, that's pretty cool. Okay then, that was Sensoji. That was the Buddhist temple that we checked out on the tour. It was interesting. So I'm just looking where I'm going. No, I liked it, it was fun, it was informative. My tour guide, she was very nice. Lots of information. It's quite interesting to see how they don't take religion as seriously in terms of how they sort of follow two different ones, Buddhism and I think it was Shinto, something like that. And they sort of dibble dabble in both. You know, it's not as hardcore. They use it brilliantly for tourism to make money. It's very clever, smart business. So yeah, but no, it was interesting to learn about the history, about how they discovered Buddhism, and the temple features into that. I'm now just thinking about going to the Skytree Tower and see if we can get up there and get a great view of all of Tokyo and Japan. So, part 1 is over. Let's go find part 2. Someone's on a bus tour. I'll catch you when I get over there. Okay then. Whew. En route to the Skytree. Just going over the bridge. Very nice view, just to see all the cool buildings. Apparently it's about a 20-minute walk, even though it looks quite close. So, great for the old cardio. Powering on. Really cool samurai statue. Very cool. Right. We are at Skytree. That is very high, to say the least. Tokyo. We've gone to the higher bit, the high version. Let's have a look. Bit of a zoomed in look. Distance you can see the river. And just how far and big it goes with obviously actual Tokyo, and we have greater area Tokyo. Let's look down. Okay then guys, that is the end of the video. We did Sensoji, Buddhist Temple, and we did Skytree. I was thinking of doing the aquarium here as well, but unfortunately it's just closed. Just ran out of time today. Maybe another day, as I still have nothing planned for my final day. My flight is quite late, so I've got to do some things to kill time, so maybe we'll swing by, see what money's like, and if so, swing by at the end on the final day to check out the aquarium. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you did, smash the like button please, comment down below and subscribe. I'm absolutely battered, shattered. My legs and feet are aching like you wouldn't believe. I'm very tired, and I've got a whole day trip tomorrow where I've got to be up at 6 AM. So yay. But that should be a good video as well, so I'll catch you later guys. Thanks for watching as always. Adios.